jet ski hit and run accident, and the suspects are here illegally. You're not going to get this on MSNBC and CNN. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on to the show.
Thanks for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Christina Evans. We now want to shift gears, showing you a live look there in Dallas. Of course, shifting gears to a story that came from over the weekend just outside of Dallas, Texas. Officials say that an 18-year-old woman named Ava Moore was kayaking on a nearby Grapevine Lake there on Sunday. She was killed when a jet ski hit and run. The driver of the jet ski fled the scene with a male, and a search ensued. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton later announced that those two suspects were arrested, and we're now learning much more about who they are. I want to now turn our attention to Fox 4 Dallas reporter David Sentendry. He's standing by to give us all of the details and the latest. David, thanks so much for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. Just break down the very latest, some of those details that are just now coming out.
Yeah, thanks, Christina. Well, just within the past hour, we obtained an arrest warrant affidavit for two suspects. And the person who was driving that jet ski apparently was operating it at a very high rate of speed around swimmers and kayakers. And we've learned that Ava Moore, who was on her kayak, was actually trying to get away from that jet ski just because it appears it was being reckless on the lake. Then she was struck from behind. The operator of that jet ski actually got away, but not before a photo was taken of her and shared with law enforcement, who have just blasted it across social media here in North Texas.
Jesus Christ. Wait. So not only did they hit and kill this young lady who had her whole life ahead of her on the lake, and it always seems like the person that dies, or the person that is the victim of whatever it is that's happening at the hands of these people that was never supposed to be in the United States of America at all in the first place, it always seemed like they had their whole life ahead of them. Like, they never hit and kill the local drug dealer. They never make a mistake and peel off on a mass murderer or a person that everybody was looking for as a serial killer, and once they fingerprinted him and he was better off not being here. It never, ever is that. The drunk drivers never kill the guy that just got away from beating on his baby mama. Nobody, that never happens. It never happens. The only time that these people ever kill somebody, it be somebody that was trying to get away, and some innocent woman or an innocent grandma that was crossing the street. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And they never make it. They never make it. They never survive. And then not only that, but then as they getting away, he hitting cars and he doing hit and runs in vehicles after they just did a hit and run on a jet ski. So you hanging out in Texas in Governor Wheelchair State. And not only are y'all being reckless on the water and on land, and you over here illegally, and you know that the Trump administration is going to start sending immigration and customs to come and deport you. If I was an illegal immigrant in the United States of America, number one, I would have already been preparing myself and got my money up to the self-deport. And the reason that is because if you want to be over here legally, then you just got to go through the process, right? You got to go through the process. However long it takes, you got to go through the process. So the minute that I would have touched American soil, I would have been hustling, grinding. I would have already applied to be in here legally, and I would have been stacking every single dime. I wouldn't be having no fun. If I came over to the United States of America, I wouldn't be having no fun. I would be out the way. I would be quiet. I wouldn't be making no noise. I wouldn't be problematic. I would be catching a bus. I would be the most unsuspecting illegal immigrant in the United States of America. And I would be running up a bag so that I can go home and then live the life that I really want to live. That's how most Americans kind of see y'all little third world countries in the first place. That's how we see it. Anytime I see somebody that's a passport person, I ain't even going to say a passport, bro. Because it's the difference between a person that's looking to travel the world and experience the world versus a person that's looking to go get some box. I actually pulled up a map today. Well, there wasn't a map today. It was a map in San Juan because I was looking at the area and trying to better understand exactly where to invest money, right? Because technically that's the United States of America. But I'm looking at a map and I'm trying to see it. I said, okay, well, wait a minute. That's Haiti over there. Haiti is right next to the Dominican Republic. Where is Sosua? Sosua is way up there. I never actually pulled out the map to see where these places are. Sosua is way at the top of the Dominican Republic. Way at the top. This little dot at the top. So I said, wait a minute. So you got this whole big old place in the Dominican Republic, and the places that you target is the hot spots for prostitution and to get some suck off. No, it's a weird thing because everybody telling me that they're trying to see the world, but they keep going to the same place over and over again, right? So they bring HIV, AIDS, and herpes over to the prostitutes to Sasua. The prostitutes to Sasua then transfers it to everybody else because everybody is hitting the same box and they thinking they getting off on one, right? Because nobody is using protection and nobody is even using PrEP. And you pick one little spot of a huge island and that's the only place that you've experienced, but yet you trying to tell me that you're seeing culture? I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it at all. And so if I was an illegal migrant coming into the United States of America, I would be quiet because what a lot of Americans are saying that wind up leaving is, man, your dollar stretch further. You can really run up a bag. If you just had this amount of money, you can live for the rest of your life and you can live like a king. You can buy land and they ain't not worried about property taxes. So why they not over here getting to a bag and running it up and being quiet? You know why? Because they don't have the mindset of a person that is productive. And that's why they're here illegally. That's why they're here illegally. Direct Devon says, how do we always get back to this? Because I go on a rant and I express every single thought that's in my mind relative to the subject, and then we gonna bring it back to make sure that we make the point that we trying to make. Oh, you know that they hunting y'all down. Why are you making noise? Hold on, wait. Here's my question. If it's not applicable to you, why do people get so offended when you speak about a certain demographic that's doing stuff that's not right in society? I never feel compelled to have to defend the worst amongst us. And I always use this example. If somebody say, man, all of these guys is broke and these people, they doing this and they come over to whatever, I don't care. And I'm not even going to defend it. You know why? Because it's not applicable to me. All of these men, they having children out of wedlocks. They got baby mamas everywhere. Yeah, that's true. It is a bunch of futures out here running around without future money. You know why I'm not offended? Because it's not applicable to me. If you are a person that travels regularly to go see the world and you are confident in your ability to really be on the up and up and take care of business and you're going to see other countries and you pay for box, or if you a guy that don't feel like you did anything wrong when you go and get a lady boy in Thailand, why are you offended? Oh man, I gotta do a reaction video and go back at Anton as he's talking about guys that pay for pussy in the passport bros. If you're not the type of dude that feel guilty about paying for box, then why you offended? You feel the need to have to defend yourself? I don't feel the need to have to defend myself against anything. I said what I said. I said what I said and I meant what I said. And so I'm not going to defend myself against it. Now, you may not necessarily agree with what I said, and so that's what your opinion is, and I respect that. I like that. I like content. But I don't feel the need to have to defend myself. Listen, look. If you like lady boy in Thailand, 10%, Thailand has one of the biggest populations of lady boys. If you don't want to be shamed in America and you want to go and get you some man butt, but you want it to feel like female butt because that's the way that they condition themselves and they make sure that they modify their bodies to be lady boy, then go and get you some lady boy. That's your prerogative. Just don't try to preach it over here. Get you lady boy. Be confident in it. Don't get mad at all of us ain't going to get lady boys. Then why you care? Why are you speaking on it? Is that a problem for you? So you go all the way to Thailand not to get lady boy, right? Or when you found out that it was lady boy, then did you still see it through? Or did you say, nah, I'm straight? You just said, cut the camera off. And then you had a conversation with him. with him. You really a lady boy? You a lady boy? I don't believe it. Let me see. Dang, that's crazy. Well, you know, I kind of liked you before. Before I just got to know you. I don't really even care about the sex part. I just want to spend some time with quality people that understand where I come from. You know, because it's tough, and they just don't understand. Everybody is so judgmental back home. Yeah, everybody's so judgmental back home. I don't even understand. I'm for everybody. I'm for equality, so I'm not gonna judge you. Yeah, just kiss my neck a little bit. Just kiss my neck a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't even care. I mean, I never thought about trying it before, but who gonna know, right? They do it in jail back home anyway. I've seen it happen in jail. It don't even stick out that much. That's you just like a real girl. You just got man. You got some man parts. That's it. Stand on it. Stand on it. Stand, stand on it. Stand on it. Don't let your family shame you into thinking that you doing something wrong. You did it. Stand on it. Man, you know that you keep calling him Sam. I call her Susan. Sam is an interchangeable name. You don't even know that. You don't know that. Sam is interchangeable. Samantha, Samuel. It's a name that goes for everybody. How was I supposed to know that something was going to be sticking out? Sam is an interchangeable name. I thought it was Samantha when I found out it was Samuel. I just didn't judge, and you now are transphobic. How about that? You transphobic. Then they try to switch it around on you. No, nigga, you the one that's paying for pussy. I didn't pay for none. You pay for it. Stand on it. You just mad because you were lame and you ain't getting no play in high school. So you got money now and you think you can say anything to everybody else. You just mad. You must have been lame, so you couldn't get none back when you in high school. But I seen everything. I know what I'm talking about. You must be a tether. Yo, you must have inherited something from your father. Listen, you conservative in your money, but you liberal when it comes to getting that box. I get it. Let's finish the rest of this story and move on.
911.
I would probably try to tip them off and tell them that they were here.
So Gonzalez is facing several charges, the most significant being manslaughter. Texas game wardens, who are the lead on this investigation, plan to have a press conference tomorrow morning where we are expected to hear more information about what led to this arrest and some possible new charges. Christina?
It's unfortunate that this young lady lost her life. And illegal migrants need to go back to their country and come over here the right way.